light rain, but the clouds, it's, you know, they're black clouds here, there, and a few other places. So we're just going to ride through it. It's not raining that hard. It should be a nice ride. It will be about an hour and a half, maybe two, depending on how far I go, or if I get rained out or not. We'll just kind of see how it goes. I really didn't announce this, so I don't really expect anybody to see, but maybe somebody will see, you know, that I'm live and come on, and we'll go from there. I'm gonna turn the camera around so you can see where we're at. This is the ride that I usually make about every other day, and it turns out to be about 32, 33 kilometers. You see some of the stuff twice, but I'm sure people will be jumping in and out, so it won't make any difference. But I'm going to turn the camera around so y'all can see where we're at. If I can do it right without getting hit. There we go. Let me straighten it out here. I've never tried this before, so I don't know how it works. But I've got this new mount for the gimbal that I'm using, and I thought, well, heck, I'll give it a try, because I want to get out and get some exercise today. Can y'all hear me okay? I see there's one person. If you can hear me, just type a message and it should pop up on my screen. It might take a few minutes to get there, but I'll at least know if y'all can hear me or not. Ah, 2 people watching now. Right now we're coming out of the Mubon that I live in, and we'll come out on the main road in Hangdong. Well, actually, it's not the main road. It's the road that runs behind the main road and behind the market. But right up here is the guard shack to get in the Mubon. And these guard shacks really don't mean anything. They just let you drive on through it. You know, the good thing is they've got CCTV going in and out, so if anybody gets broke into, they can look at the CCTV and figure out maybe who it was. But if anybody can hear me, let me know. This is kind of bumpy road that we're on right now, so it may be a little bit jarring. But once I get out here to the street, it should straighten out. And we'll go up here and make a left. This is really a dangerous intersection right here. They built these walls up on either side, so it's hard to see when you get out and, you know, when you get out in the street trying to drive a car out of there. There've been 2 or 3 wrecks there. Now up on the right will be the police station. You kind of see that big building off to the right. And this is a new building that they just built. I'm not sure what's going to go here right on the right, if you can see it. I wish I would have gone wide with this. I should have. Next time I'll do a wide one. But the police station is right there on the right. And right past the police station, you see that little building there. That's kind of a beer bar that's been open. Well, let's just put it this way, it never shut down. It's been going on. Well, they started it right before COVID, and it never did miss a lick. And right now we're coming up on the municipal center is on the right here. And sometimes I eat at that place right over there on the right hand side. And that's the municipality for Hangdong over to the right. You see the flags. And the market is right up here on the right hand side as well. It's really a nice little community, and it's kind of funny, since I've started the channel up, I've got 2 or 3 inside the Mubon that have seen the Mubon that I live in, that have seen the channel and moved into the Mubon that I'm staying in, that we have our house in. And this is the market right here. I think I'll ride through the market so y'all can see. Kind of give you an idea. There's not much traffic out today, so I can pretty much do what I want. But this is the back of the market. And you can buy just about anything you want here. We're going to make another left and come right back out. You really have to be careful because when you're riding out here, people are only looking one way. They're not looking, but they don't hardly ever look in both directions. So if you're coming from an angle that's probably not the right way, like riding on the wrong side of the street, you're very likely not going to be seen. I'll try to get through here. Make it over this way. There we go. There's a mechanic shop on the left, and there's the place where you buy all the kind of drinks you want. Yeah, a little bit of a drizzle, but it's not really bothering me any. Somebody tell me if y'all can hear me or not, because I have no idea, and I don't know if the messages are coming through or not. I'm not seeing any. Oops, looks like we got a raindrop on the camera lens. I'll stop up here a little ways and wipe it off. Well, I guess it's okay. This is a nice little area. And, you know, just about everybody knows each other. So, you know, when we first moved here, I would have never... Okay, I'm going to have to stop and wipe this lens off. Get into the thing here. Oh, it looks like it's cleared up. Yeah, it's okay. Whew. Hello. Get back out on the road here. Oh, you got a little kid in there, tucked underneath the raincoat. The next time I try this, I'll have it sit vertical or horizontal. I won't do it vertical because you're really missing out on a lot, unfortunately. I'll take a zip down this street. This will kind of show you where kind of the Thai community. Now there used to be a lady over here on the left. I used to get my food from all the time. She delivered to the house. But we haven't been able to get in touch with her for a while, so she must have went out of business. She lives in that second place. Oh, she cooks some darn good food. But this is just a little side street that runs along behind the market. And the people back here are so friendly. I would have no second thoughts about buying a piece of property back here and building a house and living amongst them, because they're just real friendly people. And you'd be welcome. And I didn't think like that when we first moved here. You know, both, you know, my wife who's, you know, Thai, you know, when we first started living here in Hangdong, we didn't want to live outside of a move-on that was gated and had security and all that good stuff. And, you know, we're a little skeptical, but now after living here for what will be 14 years in September, I'd live any place back in here. Wouldn't bother me a bit. I think this is probably going to take us right back out where we came from. Hello. Oops. I may have run into a dead end back here. Yep, that's exactly what I've done. We're going to have to turn around and go out the same way we came in. I think, yes, definitely. Huh. You can see I don't get back here very often. Yeah, I usually don't go in that street. I go in a different one. Hello. He sells wood there. And believe it or not, he sells a lot of it. Because it does get cold here. Ah, okay, good. You can hear me. Great. If y'all got any questions, just pop them up there, and I'll try to read them off. It's kind of hard for me to read and ride at the same time, but when new ones pop up, I'll try to look at it. I think I'll go left here. Try to find my way out of this little maze back here. I may have. Let's see. Check this out. Look at that house. You know, I'm going to show you a couple other places that are just like this too. That really, you know, just beautiful houses. And then next door you've got a shack. Okay, this is going to take us out right behind the temple. Good. If I can ride through the temple, I will. I think I can from back here. I appreciate everybody that's come in and watched the last video I put up. I hadn't made one in a long time. And I thought, well, I'll throw one up there and see if anybody wants to look at it. And I looked at it yesterday after it had been up for a while. Yeah, we can get in back here, I think. And it had like 4,000 views real quick. So I was pretty pleased. I think it's almost 5,000 now. Yeah, we'll come right out through the temple here and go out that gate. You have to be really, really careful riding on these grates, because if you get on the wrong one, your tire can get stuck in it and you're going down. There we go. This is kind of one of the local temples, and we'll go through 2 or 3 of them on this trip that are really pretty. Now, I'm going to go out the front way. I could have gone out the side. And right in front of me is another move-on called Rungaroon. And that's where when we first came here, that's where we moved in. We rented a house from a judge in there. And I really liked it. And there is one of the 3 crematories. I've seen a couple guys get stuck in there, unfortunately. And we'll ride around this way and come back out. And I think, being that we got a pretty good audience in here, I'm going to take you through another side street over here that's pretty neat. Let this motorcycle get by me. And we'll end up in the same location that I want to be, but I'm going to turn right up here. It's going to take you through a little area with some pretty decent houses. And then you've got your shacks, and they all live, they live together fine. I mean, everybody gets along, and the funny thing about it is some of these nice houses in here at one time were shacks, and these people have had businesses and stuff, and they've upscaled their ability to live, so they've built a better house. And I've seen that happen a couple times. And then sometimes, the parents or something will live in an old house, and once they pass away, the kids don't want to, they don't want to take care of an old house like that, so they tear it down and sell the lot, or they'll build a nice house on it. And I'll show you a couple of those after we get out of this little area right here. Usually right here on the corner, he's playing music, and usually they're having a heck of a party. They'll wave at us when we go by. I guarantee it. Swadee Kap! Nice guys. And now up here they fight chickens. On the right, they won't be fighting today. They usually fight on Saturdays and Sundays. But this is just a neat little area. And when after I turn this corner, this house here was just built just recently, right in front of us. There on the right, they fight chickens. On the left, they do recycling. That house was just built just within a month or so ago. Beautiful house. And everybody lives comfortably, and they all get along fine. There used to be a bar right here, to the right, it's kind of gone out of business. It's just a really nice area to live. Now, my old house would have been to the right here, probably about 100 yards inside of a gated move-on. I'll go up here and make the corner, and then I'll make another left. Get us back out on the road we were going to go on. Let me see if I can read the questions, if there is any. Let me stop up here. It's hard for me to see. If you do have a question, try to write it in caps if you can, so I can see it better. Let me stop here for just a second. I'll try to read these. I'm in Hangdong, Chiang Mai. We're about 15 kilometers south of the airport. There's some really, really nice places back in here. This over to the right here, behind that gate, is a beautiful house. And a nice piece of land too. And we're just circling around. We'll come right back out on the road that we started in on. Beautiful day today. Now if I can do I'm going to try to do about 35 kilometers. Yeah, we passed the, let's see that. Let's see here. Yeah, we'll come out here and we'll go to the right. And we're right back out on the road we went in on. Do this without getting run over. Yeah, we got it. On the left, I used to eat here quite a bit, and there's another place up here that I used to eat. Now, back in here on the left, you see this little thing. There's some houses that have been, actually they're two-story, I'd say kind of like condos that they built. And over to the right here is a resort. Let's see where we're going. After a good rain, now this right in front of us is a school. This is an elementary school here, and we'll go by one more school as well. Down here on the left is like a little convenience store where you can buy just about anything, and then she cooks some good food over there on the left too. But we'll go up here and make a left. And those of you who have watched my videos, this is a new house just went up on the left-hand side. There was an old shack there. I've walked this street a few times, not too many, but I love it. This is my bicycle ride in the afternoon. And over here, it's another little community store. Usually they're sitting out there drinking beer, but maybe a little bit too early in the day for that. These cars get running. And 3 or 4 o'clock in the afternoon, 5 o'clock, everybody's out on the street selling food. So people come through on their motorbikes and they'll stop and buy their dinner. And the smell is unbelievable. It's that was one of the things that I loved about going to Bangkok, is the minute you get off the plane, get outside the airport, you could smell the food. And it had that distinct aroma. Now this is a really neat neighborhood too. Just a mixture. There's no foreigners that I know of that live back in here, that I'm aware of anyway. But you'd be welcome. You could live back here with no problem at all. These people are all nice. And over on the left is, these are all probably Burmese people that live over on the left, and they do a lot of the farming. Live back there in those shacks. They farm a lot of this land up here. And on the right, after we cross this place over here, this bridge, and there's a resort over here on the right, and this started out as just a house with a lot of land, and they started adding rooms to it, and this used to be just a field, and then they planted the trees here, and the reason they do that is because if it's just bare land, they get taxed higher on it. And on the other side of this is a golf course, and these are just houses that they're putting up. But this resort over here was just a house, and then they started adding rooms to it, and during COVID it pretty much got deserted, and we didn't think it was going to ever open back up, but it's opened back up, and boom, they're busy. Haven't ever figured out. Leck thinks it's something strange, but I don't know. I've never been in there. It's called art dining. Huh. Interesting. I don't know. It looks like it caters towards the Chinese. But it's, it's really a great place to live. Now we'll get up here. We're going into another little group of houses, and this is kind of like we're in a village now. It's called, I believe it's called maybe Chiang, or it could be Nam Pre. I'm not sure which one it is. It's one of the two, but they're little, that's a little community, and then there are little villages within that area, and this is one of them that's coming up here on the right. And there's some really, really nice houses, and then there's some really, really trashy ones too. But everybody lives together. But you'll get a good look at what I'm talking about. The back road's pretty cool too, but it's a dead end. I'm not going to go back there right now. They're working on it. It's a gravel road and they're paving it, so it's really messy back there. I was back there yesterday. Hello. Yeah, see up in here, you see some really, really nice houses, and then the next one will be just a little dilapidated shack, and nobody really minds. You live in what you can afford to build. Let's see if I can get around. This one over here on the right is really, really big. It's kind of hard to see it. I'm going to turn so you can see that. Kind of hard to explain it to you, and then you can't see it because I'm not going the right way, but kind of give you an idea. I believe he's the leader of the village back here, if I'm not mistaken. But anyway, we're going to go up here and make a left. And after we make the left, look off to the right. I guess I could turn this a little bit if I wanted to. It doesn't seem to be turning. But there's a nice teakwood house right there on the left. Really beautiful houses back here. But there's somebody building a monster house right here. You see it right in front. It's right here on the corner. Beautiful house. And it's going to be big. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go up here and I'm going to make a left up here and come back through this place again, because I want to see, there's a road back over here to the left that's really cool. It's got some really neat places on it that I want you all to see. Yeah, it's straight here. Usually they're out here drinking whiskey at night. Swaddy Kap. And over to the right, here's a little coffee shop. And I just discovered this part of the road just a few days ago because they had a funeral there on the road, And basically what they did was they blocked the road off and they partied out on the street and sent you back through this way. So I kind of found this beautiful little place right there. And then off to the right you have the lumni fields. This is just a neat little area. I mean, I've lived back here in a heartbeat. It wouldn't bother me a bit. The only thing that I require a 7-Eleven within a little bit of a driving distance. It doesn't have to be too close. Usually people around here keep their dogs behind the gates. I've never had any problems back here. Now you're getting a good look at the house that's just being built. And there were just shacks on that house, on that lot 2 months ago. Yeah, we'll go back up here. And I'll take it, I won't go left. Well, yeah, I will go left. And I'll make a right. But that's a little neat place there on the right too. Beautiful houses, antique wood houses they just fascinate me. I understand they're very, very hard to maintain to keep the termites out. But they're just so beautiful. Now we need to look here and we'll make a right here. We made a left the last time, we're going to make a right now. And in some of my videos, these houses here on this street, I believe I've got before. And I think this one I've actually walked inside in one of the other videos. I don't know how far I've pedaled so far. I think this is probably about 6 kilometers so far. And generally what I do is I'll make this run 3 times. And then the third time I come back and then there's a side street that I take that adds about another 6 kilometers on it before I get back to the house. So it makes it about 36 kilometers. This is another one of my favorite temples up here. Let's see if we can't drive through it or ride through it. Now when I first came here, there wasn't anything here on the left. And they just started building houses. There was nothing here. It was all just rice fields. The temple was here, but none of these houses were in here, except for the one right in front of the temple. Right past the sign here on the left. Yeah, see if I can't drive through that temple. Like I'm sure I can. The gate's open. Yeah, this house here has always been here. I can't get through that way. I have to go this way. And this, they just paved this not too long ago. It used to be just dirt. And they put the little things around the trees. We'll go through here. Hopefully we won't freak out the resident dogs. Yeah, I can drive through, but I'm gonna have to go out the same way. Hey, baby. Remember her when she was a little puppy. Buddy cop. Yeah, I'll drive through here and show you this temple real quick. And they're just building the one on the left over here where the elephants are. It's beautiful. It's really beautiful. I can't wait till it's finished. Let's see here. Now I can't get through that one. I'm going to have to turn around and go back out the same way I came in. And, you know, there's your picture right there. Beautiful picture. That's what every time I go out, I see something different. And that's one of the things that intrigues me about, living in another country, especially living here in Chiang Mai. That there's so many places to explore, and you don't necessarily have to hang out at the bar or anything like that to enjoy yourself. And we've got plenty of good places to eat around here. And the good thing is too, you can sit home sit home on your cell phone, and with Grab and we have another app called Meals on Wheels. You just pick out what you want, and it comes right off your debit card, and 30 minutes later it's sitting at your doorstep. And it really, during COVID, you know, we didn't worry about food at all. We just let you get on there and order food off the apps. And then during that time, some of the people in our village got together and they started a line group that just dealt with food. And they would cook food at home, and you just go online and tell them what you want, and they'd bring it to your house. And that's still going on today, and Leck and I still use that quite a bit. And we get a lot of good food that way. And it's all home cooked, you know. Now we are one road over from what they call Canal Road, which runs from up into the city, and it runs all the way down to Chiang. It's just right over on the other side there. It's a 4-lane highway. Let's see where we're at here. Let's see if there's any questions. I don't see any popping up. Right here on the left, I'd fly my drone here quite a bit. And all these rice fields are kind of interlocked together, and it's just straight to the left there is, you know, is where I live. Just kind of a straight shot. And again, over to the right here at Lumyai. There's another name for them too, but I always call them just Lumyai trees. It's kind of a sweet, kind of like, it's got a hard shell that you peel off, and it's kind of like a grape. And it's got a real sweet taste to it, very good. And there are some really nice houses up here on the left. This is kind of a new form of free grazing. Cows, they just wander around. Nobody pays any attention to them. They just go from yard to yard. Nobody cares. Hey, little buddy. Usually there's more than one. I'd say his brothers and sisters are probably close by. Up here on the left, I used to eat here every morning, and some lady and her husband and her son cooked, and they had the best food I've had. Right down here in this driveway with the green thing in front. And they started right after COVID let up. Our son had lost his job, and they opened up and they had the best food that I found around here. They closed up about a month ago, and I went by to make sure they're okay, because they're really nice people. He's a retired policeman, and I was kind of concerned because they had just a sign out there saying they closed up. But they're okay. They're just, the son got a job, and they're doing all right. Now this over here on the left when I came was just an open field. They put this move-on in here. We could have bought this all this property right in here. We didn't do it. We didn't want to live outside of a gated community, and it was a big mistake. Because you can buy property outside out here relatively reasonable now. Back then, now it's gone back up. You know, the land that I built my first house on, we paid $7,500 per square wall, and right now it's well over 20. So you know the prices are going up, and you know people don't sell their houses. They don't lower the prices. Believe it or not, they raise them. It's the damnedest thing I've ever seen. Now up here on the left, there's another crematory. Now, if you want to buy a cheap house, you buy a house around the crematory, because Thai people don't want to live around the crematory, and yeah, it just they sell it. You know, they can buy them real cheap. Yeah, we're back in Chiang now, and right to the left there. We'll see that on the next, either this round or the next one. Now, there's a bunch of houses up here on the right. I'm going to take a little shortcut, and I'll show you. Right through here. And one, I'm not sure if this house on the right is for sale or not. Oh, okay, it's the one right in front. They're trying to rent it. It's like 4 bedrooms, 4 baths, got a gym. I don't know how much they're asking for it. But this was all a field. And as a matter of fact, we looked at some lots back here. There were no houses back in here when we first moved here. And they put them all back in. Really, really nice houses back in here too. But the land here was, I'm believing, it was about 6,000 baht per square wall. It was real reasonable. You know, I didn't live out. We didn't buy it, and now we'd live. You know, I'd sleep out on the tent out here right now. You know, it wouldn't bother me a bit. These people are, you know, you're not going to get robbed. You're not going to get mugged. You know, they're nothing. If anything, they'll bring you food, bring you blankets and stuff. You know, it's just it's nothing like what we're used to back home. Lifestyle is. Now over here to the right has always been a great big field. And they've started building houses in it. At some point in time, this will all be a subdivision. There'll be houses in all of it. But when I first got out here, it was nothing but just a field. And they had they're growing something. I forgot exactly what it was, but they're starting to build houses out here now. And that's what's happening to all the land. A lot of the rice fields are being filled in now, and they're selling it as, you know, to develop. There's so many people wanting to live here now. And we'll go up here and we'll make a left. One way to get our pork out. Start cooking. She's getting ready to open up her little shop for the night. She'll cook and sell food out here until about 8, 9 o'clock at night. And we'll make a left here. A lot of these houses are brand new too. This, like I said, when I first came here, there's maybe 4, 5, 6 houses on this road. Now it's completely all developed. By up here and say hello to my friend. He's places here on the left. Now there's two on the right that are for sale. You see them over there on the right. They're 4,300,000 baht is what they're asking. Now there's usually a little guy that sits out here on this little stoop, and I always wave at him when I go by, but he's not out today. Yeah, those are 4,300,000. No, thank you. The problem with here, believe it or not, is it floods. And if you go back through some of my older videos, way back, I did a video back here where I was coming through on my bicycle, and I didn't really realize it, but this whole place was underwater. It was like about 1.5 feet of water here, and it, you know, get to scroll all the way down to see it. But I went home, got the drone over it, and this whole place here was just full of water. And they had come through and they put sandbags in front of the gates here to keep the water out from the houses. But again, you know, all friendly people back here. You won't find any. You never have any problem living back here. But you might have to float some days. Nice breeze. Now I can't see the screen right now, so I don't know if y'all are asking any questions or not, so I'm not ignoring you, I just can't see it. The sun's in my eye, and from the back it's blaring out the screen. We will go up here over the bridge and we'll make a right. And I'll take you through another temple too. Sorry about that, they get those little speed bumps there. They've replaced this bridge 2 or 3 times since I've lived here. I mean, because the trucks will go over there and just bust the heck out of it. And these houses over here on the left are all new too. Just put those in the last probably 2 years. Kids getting off of school. And up here on the left is the community center. They've got a real nice track out here. They've got all kinds of equipment over here on the left you can use. It's free. And they really maintain it real well. And then on the other side, we'll go by the building. I'll show you where it's at. There's a Olympic-sized swimming pool that you can swim in. And I think they charge you 40 baht or something like that. Or you can pay by the year. I think it's something like 2,400 baht a year. You can use the pool and the weight room that they have. Really nice track. And then on the left over here, I'm going to go in and just kind of circle and come back out so you can see it. And then we'll go back down. I want to ride through that temple over there. The pool is right straight in front of us. You can't see it, but you can see the building that it's in. And this is something they just put in. It's kind of like a rehabilitation center where people who've had strokes and stuff, they can retrain them in there. I'll turn around so you can see the field here. And the elementary school is to the right and then way back as well. But this is really nice. And sometimes I'll come here and I'll walk this track a few times. And I used to come here and walk in the morning. And then we built a house right on the other side of that stadium right there. She was walking over here walking in the morning, but now she likes to walk in the move-on because our move-on is really nice to walk in. You get a beautiful view. And we'll ride through this temple. I want to show you. It's really pretty. These houses are all new. These houses went for about 1.5 to 2 million baht a piece, which is about 33. No, I'm sorry, about $60,000. Most of them are around 2 million. Most of them are 3-bedroom, 2-bath. Very, very little land. Which, you know, here you don't always want a lot of land. I don't have any land with my house this time. I don't have grass to mow or anything like that. It cost me 300 baht to have a guy come and do my bushes and stuff. And that's it. This is a really pretty temple. They have a lying Buddha inside this one on the left. Hello. I think I can ride around the back of it. I can get through. Really nice place. It's peaceful just to come here and just sit. You know, a lot of times I'll take my water break back in these places. Matter of fact, I met a young monk here one day that was staying here while he goes to school. Really nice kid. Okay, we'll head back on out here. And be real careful driving over those grades in the road. I was up in the city yesterday or the day before. Hey, little buddy! And I noticed the grates that they're putting in the road are going to be nothing but a trap for a bike, for a road bike, because the slats are headed in the wrong direction. It's just going to be a matter of time before somebody comes through and gets their tires stuck in one of them. And I looked at all of them are like that. Why in the world did they ever do that? This is a neat little road here. Over on the left is a little lady that's put up a shack, and she has French fries, chicken nuggets, all kinds of things. It's called Sister Cheese. And then you got restaurants on either side too. She stays up to about 9 o'clock at night. It's just a neat little street. And there's right in front of us. You see that pole there with the loudspeakers on it. Right behind there is another restaurant we eat at sometimes. Really, really good food. Usually about 5:30, 6 o'clock in the morning, they'll get on those loudspeakers and they'll tell you all the news that's going on in the village. And then they'll come on again about 8 o'clock or 6 o'clock at night. And they'll play the national anthem as well. So if you're not up by 8 o'clock, you're going to be up. But they just howl on that thing. It's so funny. We don't have the speakers inside our move-on, so we don't hear it. But out on the street you do. Here's a prime example of a tree. They've just built the road around the tree. And then they built a little sacred house up here. They had a thing out here the other day. They had the monks out here, and they're doing a whole bunch of different stuff. I don't really know what was going on, but they're all here. Everybody from the neighborhood. This little lady, she owns this store. Real nice lady. Across the street, the hospital. There is the hospital. And over there there's another move-on back there. That's where I built my first house. But we're going to go straight. I'm going to show you where I eat breakfast every day. I had come to the hospital the other day. I had a blister on my foot I was a little bit worried about, so I came over here and they washed it off for me, bandaged it up, gave me some antibiotics and stuff, and sent me home. It cost like 200 baht, ridiculous. this store's been here. But right in front is where I have breakfast just about every morning. She knows exactly how to cook my food, and I'll stop at 7-Eleven and I'll get a Gatorade and come here and have my kapow and egg, sometimes not egg, and have my breakfast. And that usually gets me till about 1 o'clock. And up here on the right, you'll see this apartment building on the right. Now, when we first moved here, the lot was empty, and the land was for sale. And it's a big lot, and I think they wanted something like 2 million baht for it. And it was really a good deal. And there was a lady that we knew, that Lek had known, and she came over from Switzerland. She was going to buy it. By the time she got here, it was already sold. And she ended up buying 2 lots where we live. But yeah, I think it's 2 million baht. And it's a really, really nice lot. The apartments up there. And then this house on the left, I'm pretty sure a policeman owns it, and his wife is a nurse. Beautiful house they built. I don't know if you can see it or not. No, I doubt you can. It's right there in the corner. Because we are going to go right here. Whew. Sure, I got enough time to get across the street. And this is kind of where we started out. My Mubon is off to the left. Up here. They sell food out here too. Whoa! You can see that the entrance to my Mubon is right here on the left-hand side. And they're always partying back here on this house right here on the left. All right, we're going for round 2. We haven't quite gone 10 kilometers yet. When we get down to the other temple, I usually stop at 10 kilometers and I'll get some water. I'll drink some water. I'll probably do that today too. But if you started from the beginning, we're pretty much going to do the same route that we went before, except I'm going to make a couple of different turns. It's pretty much going to be about the same. Or I can detour a little bit, give you a little bit of a different show. I think I will. This lady here sells very good sausage, like we'll buy for some from her sometimes. When she gets cooking, she's not cooking right now. Hey, little buddy. And like I said, those little gas places on the left, you can pull up and they kind of like stick your money in and you can put gas in your motorbike. You get your donut place on the left. All kinds of stuff here. 7-Eleven up here on the left has got to be the busiest 7-Eleven on earth. She's rampant here. Now let's see. Take that on a different road. We'll go out here and then we'll turn to the right, and I'm going to go back out on the main highway for a little while. See, they're all setting their food up and stuff. Way down here on the right. problem with this road. It's so narrow that it's hard for two cars to pass, but yeah, they make do. They've had a couple of crack ups here. Now this Mubon on the left that you can see, this is when we first moved to. We rented a house in here, right there on the left. We rented that house for 2 years, and then we built our own house. We kept that for 4 years and sold it. And we're coming out now on the main highway, which is Highway 108. And this road is really a bear to drive on, especially during rush hour traffic or early in the morning. It's just murder. I try to avoid it with passion, but it's not bad on a bicycle. It's down the side of the road. Another 7-Eleven here on the left, which is another one that's always busy. We will go up here and make a left. This is the main road. It's called Hangdong Road. And it goes right straight almost to the moat. It goes up past the airport. That's in the lower section of the moat. Over on the right, we've got Duke's, which has the best food. Probably some of the best American food that you're going to get is right there at Duke's. Burgers are great, pizza's good, everything's good. And a lot of times I'll override to grab it, have to drop it off at the house. And the post office is up here on the left-hand side. We're going to go up here and make a left past this gas station. Thing you really have to watch is you have to watch people opening up their doors. They sitting in their cars, they don't look in their mirror when they open up their door. And a couple of times I've about got nailed. So I try to keep a distance. More so on the motorbike than I do on the bicycle. And I think if that gate's open, I'm going to try to ride through this temple. Yeah, it's open. Beautiful temple here. If I can. I've got the other side. This way. Around it and then come out. I could go out that way, but I think I'll go out this way because it's paved. Other places got that gravel rock and sometimes you get caught in it. ate a couple places here, but not all of them. Food's always been pretty good. And there's another place up here on the left called Triplets Eat and Play, and I've never ate there, so I don't know how the food is. I know a lot of people say that it's really good. Like I said, I've never ate there, so I don't know. I ate there when it used to be a different place. I can't remember what the name of it was. But since it turned into Triplets, I haven't ate there. I think it's more geared towards kids than it is adults. But we're going to continue on this road. And at one time, this was all flooded. We had some bad rains off the mountain, and this area here was about 2 feet underwater. Since that time, they've made some improvements on the drainage system and the locks, so it hadn't flooded in a while. So I'm not sure what they're getting here. What do you got? Lamyai. Lamyai. Yeah. Good morning. Good morning. This is a really neat area too. But I don't think it'll flood now. But I would be leery to buy or build anything back in here, because it was really bad. And this was about 4 years ago. But since then they put the drain into the right, which seems to help it a little bit. And then up towards Canal Road, they've done some improvements. Now this house has just been built over here on the right, so no telling. Here's the big road, and then I'm going to take a water break. But I'm going to leave the camera running, so. But it'll be in a pretty neat area. And I promise you, the next video that I do like this, I will put the camera horizontal. I'm doing it on my cell phone, and I'll do it horizontal. It's kind of hard to enjoy it when you get in a picture like this. It'd be nice if you could see the whole street. Here's your free grazing buffalo out here. Not buffalo, they're getting water buffalo. There's usually 4 or 5 of them out here. And there's been some nice houses built out here too recently. Yeah, see, look at this house on the right. Beautiful. Golly. Talk about some money. And the ones on the left too. You're probably looking at minimum $5-6 million, or 6 million baht. God, this cow. Now we will go here and go to the right and get on the other side. This is really, it's a really dangerous road here, because it's one way, and it's 2 lanes here, 2 lanes there. And it used to be you could go either direction. And now they've just changed it, and people are not used to it. And Had that girl hit me back there, that would have been my fault. Should not have done that. But this is really, if you're driving on this road, you really got to be careful now, because there's some people that just, you'll be driving around thinking you got 2 lanes when you only have one. There's a car coming in the other direction in your lane. But eventually they'll get used to it, I hope. What do you got?
Hello.
I don't know what this guy's got in the back of his. Oh, he lives in my move-on. He's a recycler. I don't know if he may not live there, but I see him driving through all the time. He may be just coming through and getting stuff. And this is the backside of the move-on that I showed you, that I said we used to live here. This is the backside of it. Riverside repair. We are going to go to the next crossover and go take a break. It's called the water break. And I have no clue how far I've gone. I would venture to say it's probably 16 kilometers now. Get over on this side. And we'll go into this shady tree. Make sure nothing heat both directions, even though they should only be coming from one. This is really pretty. Whew. Oh man. Well, we're going to stop here. Take a break. Swadika. And I'll try to face the camera so you can see me. Or I can turn, I think I can turn it around. Make sure I can't get the bike straightened up so it doesn't fall. Let's see what we got here. There it goes, okay. Turn it a little bit. How y'all doing there? I'm gonna take this off. I'm gonna get some water and walk around for just a few minutes. Whew, kind of cool off a little bit. Like I said, I have no idea how far we're going. I'm trying to see what this person said. Hey Barry, thanks. I'm just seeing it now. It's hard for me to see messages when you type them while I'm riding. It's real small and hard for me to see. But I got my trusty water with me. I'm gonna walk over here in the shade for a little while and be right back. About 2 or 3 minutes and I'll be back on the bike. It's not too bad today. The temperature's not real hot. It's kind of cloudy out, so makes it riding pretty nice. Oops, there you go. I knew that would happen. Oop. Get it straightened out and turn you around here. Hello. Whew. Straighten you up here. Here we go. I'll walk you through here so you can see this a little bit closer up before we head out of here. It's really pretty. There used to be nothing here, just a tree. And they started decorating it. And people come here and pray and leave flowers and all kinds of stuff. This tree is really, really big. I'm trying to tilt it up so you can see it. There we go. We'll head out. I'm going to take a little bit different trip than I did on the first lap. We'll go through a little bit different area. And I have no idea how many miles I've gone. I venture to say it's probably about 16 by now. There we go. Get back up here across this road. Sure, nobody's coming. There we go. We'll go up here to the first street up here and make a left. And that will take us into a different part of the area that I haven't rode through that yet on this video. Just a beautiful day. They usually sell fresh vegetables over here. She's got some today, not very many. Usually a lot of what people do is they'll have a little vegetable garden and they'll get a little chair or a table or something. They'll put the vegetables out by the street and put a price on it and put a little jar in there. You just leave your money and take what you want. If you did that in the United States, it'd be gone in a heartbeat. Oh, we used to eat here quite a bit. Good sometime there. Now up here, Lek always says this is my bar that I would love to have. It's just a little two-story house. I'm on the wrong side of the road so y'all can see. I'll show it to y'all. It used to be a bar. It's not a bar now. Hello. A little two-story house right there. Foreigner. How you doing? There are foreigners that live around here. Not many. Most of them live in the two move-ons that I drove you through. Well, that one I went by Rongaroo, there are a lot of them over there. Y'all see that dog? Oh man, that is so cool. That's one thing I miss. I miss my dog. Oh gosh. I had a dachshund since about 2003. And we brought her over here. And she made it to 2017. And she got real sick. And I didn't... we do so much traveling and stuff. I just didn't have a heart to get another dog. And, when I thought about losing her and the times that we had to put her in the kennel, when we traveled, how I love to have those 2 weeks back. So I just never got another one. And now, you know, with my condition the way it is, I'll love other people's dogs. It's just not fair to have one, you know, and hopefully I don't have to go back in the hospital. But, you know, if I did, it would have been a real mess. Now, this is another road that I travel a lot. And mostly farmers that live in here. They're just really, really nice people. They've built some nice houses as well. So, these are not poor people by any means. Now, my Mubon that I live in is to the left here, on the other side of this field. And I would venture to say at some point in time, all the houses will be, you know, right back here, all the way back to here. There's a lot for sale, 87 telling wall, or square wall. Doesn't say how much it is. Now these are the little houses that they rent out. Little like cottages, usually to the workers. Usually the Burmese workers will rent them. And they'll pay, you know, about $2,000 a month. And those of you who have been on the channel for a while, where you see where I put the lady that was all dressed up, and, you know, like the mannequin, she is usually right over here on the left. And this is the field that she guards. And now that's, you know, they've just got different stuff out there. I think there was a boat there. There's that little guy that looks like a leprechaun or something. I forgot what it was. But that's where all the those pictures were taken right here. Usually the guy that puts them up is sitting right there on that bench, and what he's doing is he's keeping the birds off of his, those are rice seedlings that he's planted. He's keeping the birds off of them. Let's see what we got here. Yeah, we'll go left here. It just kind of makes a circle around. And this is actually, right here is the back side that I move on. At some point there'll be a gate back here that I can go in and out. Over here on the left, really a beautiful house. I'm going to turn so you can see it real good. This was just built not too long ago. And I'd venture to say that's probably a 10 or 15 million baht house. Beautiful house. And then right on the other side, there's a rice field. There we go. And then this lot right here is for sale. Not this one. We tried to buy this one, but they wouldn't sell it. Couldn't find out anything about it. All just really, really nice people back here. This is a new house that was just built not too long ago, and they really built it nice. You can't see because all the one trees. Oh, it's really nice on the inside. The only problem that you have out here, mosquitoes and bugs. You're gonna get a lot of those, and probably a few snakes too. Now I've seen a few snakes, but not that many. Not as many as you would think. And right over here, you see that house off in the distance. I'll tell you a little story about that. I was out here flying my drone one day, and a guy pulls up on a little motorbike. He's watching me, you know. And he comes over and starts talking. He says, "Hey, fly over my house. Take some pictures of my house for me." So there's a house on the other side of the rice field. I figured that's what he was talking about because he kind of pointed in that direction. And you know, he had work clothes on, boots and stuff. It looked like he just walked out of the rice field. And nice man. Well, pretty good English too. And I started going over. He said, "No, wrong way." And he points to the big house. And I kind of look kind of shocked, and he says, "I own all these rice fields out here." He owns every one of them. And I shot his house for him and got some really super good pictures of it. But yeah, he was the rice field owner. So he made a lot of money because his house, we'll go by the front of it and I'll show it to you. You won't see the house, but you'll see his wall. It's like a castle. Really, really nice guy. And when I brought the stuff back, his kids were there, and I talked to them for a little while. Just real nice people. Now up on the left here is another crematorium. And I usually stop there and drink water. But being that I just had water, I don't believe I will this time. I'll just keep going past it. But if you ever want peace and quiet, where you're not going to be bothered, just come sit at a crematory. Nobody will bother you. Nobody will stop and ask you what you're doing, that's for sure. They won't come near you. We'll run through here real quick so y'all can get a decent look at it. Now they're getting ready to burn somebody. But yeah, I usually stop here and drink water. Nice and shady right here. And they just built that. They used to burn them here. Now what they do, they burn here is the what they call the spirit houses. They'll bring the spirit house and they'll burn them. And then they'll burn the body in there. We are going to go out here. Oh, he's doing. I don't know what he's looking for. He's looking for a snake, by the way. He's going to find one. We'll go down here and make a left because I don't believe I've been through part of it, but not all of it. There's some nice places down here too. And we'll take you in front of the neat house. And then I don't know where we're going to go. And we used to eat back in here, and there was a real good restaurant, but I think that house on the right. And then there's another lady that cooks right on the other side of that, where that truck is, right on the other side of there. She cooks. Sometimes I'll go there too. If my other one's closed, she's always open. And you know, she cooks good food and it's always clean. And we will go left here. This to the left is a school for kids. They train them kind of like a vocational school, I believe. This guy is always around. Hey, how you doing? He used to have a bicycle that he rode on, but somebody got him a cart. He's a little bit disabled. And this is just another little neighborhood. I have got some great pictures back in here that I took just walking around. Real friendly people. And a lot of these, just the camera, just a little bit. A lot of these have been built since we've come here. Just a beautiful view of them. I'm going to stop here and show you the view of the mountains from here. Turn the camera sideways so you can see. There you go. That's Deutsche Tepp right there. Really just beautiful. And we will go back this way. Let me adjust this. I didn't get it right. There you go. And they're putting a house right here. And this house is going to be sitting pretty much on the roadway. You can see the posts that they're setting up. Real close to the road. I don't know what they're going to put there. They use, okay, and this is the guy that I told you about on the rice field in the big house. This is his place. Right here on the left. I don't know if you can see it. That's not what goes down there. That's his wall. You can't see his house is so far back you can't see it. I always wondered about the little windows that he had people, watching with guns or what. It's kind of like a medieval thing. And now over here on the right, you've got another. I'm not long through here. I'll show you these houses back in here too. This is a move-on that was just started not too long ago, and I think the people that own this house started building these houses and selling them. I don't know how much they are or were, but they're pretty nice. And like I said, outside of a move-on, you're not going to have any problems with anybody. I mean, here in Thailand, you don't mess with your neighbors. Even if they do something that you don't like, you just kind of slide by and let it go. And everybody kind of lives in harmony. Let's see here. I'll go here and turn around and go back. It's kind of a dead end back here. There's really some pretty houses back in here. And this was just a field, not more than 5-6 years ago. These have all gone up. Have no idea what they are, how much they cost. No. Even when when we were looking for houses, the prices have changed so much since then. It's kind of hard to figure out how much they are based on what they were back then, because the prices have gone sky high. And we will make a right here. This is taking us back in towards Hangdong. That's my move-on off to the left there on the other side of those rice paddies. And then over here on the right is another crematorium back there. I want to ride back in there. And this house on the right was in bank repossession for a long time. It had all overgrown. Somebody finally came in and bought it. And then you got these houses here that were just put in not too long ago. This place is built up just really quickly. But I wouldn't live on this main road like this. Your traffic all night. I'll go back now. The back entrance to my move-on is right up here on the left. Right here on the left. It's the back way into where I live. Turn this just a little bit. There we go. There's a little kind of a little village in here. They have a beauty salon, a little store and stuff. It's just nice people that live here. Like, used to teach one of the girls that live back in here. I haven't seen her. I saw her mother the other day, but I haven't seen her in ages. You know, they grow up. You know, you talk about little kids, but you know, this is 12, 13 years ago, so they're not kids anymore. This is just a new place that they just started building houses too, right in here. The people that owned this land, there's a family, and they had talked to Lek about trying to sell it for them. And at the time, there was problems between the family, and you know, it just. I don't know exactly what happened, but there was something to do with the poles had to be reset. It was just a mess, and Lex just didn't want to fool with it, and I don't blame him. But apparently they sold it. And we'll come around the corner here. And I think I will go to the right. There's a house for sale right there. And I'll take you through my old move-on that I used to live in, where we built the house. Because I don't think I've done 30 kilometers yet. That is very serious. We'll make a right down this little alleyway. And to the left goes back to my move-on I live in right now. And this will take us to the other move-on that I lived in when we built the house. Right here. What was really funny about this particular move-on right here, when we first came in here, the company that was building houses was still building houses, and gosh, she's been here a long time. I remember when I was here. Hello. She's lost a lot of weight. They were still building houses, and everything was taken care of. And, the lights were on, and street lights were working, and the streets were being kept clean, and all that. Well, about a year after we finished our house, we didn't buy the land from them. We bought it from a lady who had bought land, and she was in Bangkok, and we went down there and bought it from her, and then came back up and hired our own builder. But when we finished our house, about a year after we finished, the builder pulled out, and it wasn't long. This place, you know, well, you can see, you know, the trees are growing up real bad. For a time there, the people quit paying for the street lights. The street lights got turned off, and luckily we sold our house before any of that happened. But everything kind of went downhill. But you know, it's still not a bad place to live. Now our friend here lives in the first house on the right, and he went back to Germany, right here on the right, that house. but he still owns the house. And the house we built is this one on the right. See, yeah, we built that one. And the guy from Bangkok came up and bought it. He doesn't spend much time here. His wife spends more time here than he does. And when we had it, we were worried about the canal on the side. And then they came in and fixed it after he bought it. So, you know, no big deal. It was a beautiful house, big house too. Too big for me. Oh, look, there it is. I wasn't there when I was there. And then this house on the right, the people that lived there, they moved to the to a different move home, and they just left the house vacant. And, you know, it's nice. It's kind of quiet. Nobody bother you back here. It's just nobody maintains the street. After they pulled out, and I was living here, I would come through with weed killer and spray all this and kill all the weeds in the streets. But then after I left, nobody does it, so it just grows crazy until somebody cuts it. I had my first bicycle wreck right here. I drove over some of those vines and they got twisted up in the pedals, and I went down right back over in there. Fortunately, I had my helmet on and I didn't get hurt. It landed square on my back. Wow. I was so lucky to have a helmet on. We'll walk out of here. I'm trying to think of where I'm going to take you next. How many people in the room here? Can't really see. I may ride out to the main road and ride up through the market and see what time it is. Yeah, we'll do that and see what's going on up there. You can see the market setting up. Try to get my 30 kilometers in today. Here and make a right. It'll take us back to the community center where we where I showed you the pool. I may ride around the track there and show you that too. Just try to put some extra miles on. Yeah, we'll go right through here. Hey, that guy right there saved me one time on my bike. I had got about 10 kilometers from here, and I got a flat tire, and I was pushing my bike back, and he does tire repair, and he stops and fits my tires for me. Otherwise, I'd have to push all the way home. Kids here. Having band practice. And over here, soccer practice. I hope y'all can see that. I can't see the screen, so I can't see what I'm showing you. Right on the other side of where my house is, where I just passed. Up again, and we'll go out here and hit the road, and then I'm going to hit the main road and ride you right through the center of town. So we'll pass the outside of the hospital, the police station, the market, and I can't see what time it is on my phone, so I don't know if the market will be set up or not, but we'll go through it anyway. It'll be setting up. Can't remember what time it is, and these are all the equipment that they have. They're free to use. You just come and spend as much time as you want. There's an old man that rides a three-wheel bicycle here. Back when we first moved here, they told us he was 91. And I saw him just the other day. He's still riding his bicycle, so he's got to be at least 100, at least. And pedaling his bicycle. He's got a little umbrella. When we first came here, he would walk it, and then after a couple of years, then he got a bicycle. But he's still riding. Next time oops, I lost you there. I don't know what happened here. They have a dead battery. Hope not. I'll bet you I do. Yep, battery on my gimbal's gone. It has worn itself out. Well, folks, looks like I'm gonna have to close out right here and stop. Or did I turn it off? No, the battery's gone dead. Whew. Well, listen, I appreciate everybody that's come along for the ride, and I'll do it again. I've enjoyed this. It's been a lot of fun, and I'll make sure this thing is pretty charged up and do another route. But I'll try to post it a little in advance as to when I'm going to go. This was just kind of a spur of the moment thing, kind of a shakedown run. Wanted to see how it did. But anyway, I appreciate you all stopping in, and we'll see you on the next one. Bye-bye.